constructs. Then maybe you can reach out to someone like you and say, build this for them, they pay. If that's
exactly. I think some type of partnership with this, you guys can be again in the pipeline because you are right now with a lot of agents, we are actually tracking about. For example, I can give you an example. Written book. They have a lot of online language. None of them is actually they don't do any programming also. So companies like that, again, right now in international last whether you do something where being discovered or being discovered is also something very
yeah, so if there are opportunities like that, we can reach out to, and we can talk about, is it that they not build it because they don't have the technical capabilities, or is it that they want to discover it? Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we can have a different business relationship based on what they need. But we are open to working with smaller shops who actually want to develop apps on Blueprint or the bigger publishing, which is your product.
Just looking at this bigger picture, right, how application can be deployed, look at the Blueprint sites. I'm assuming from an NZ perspective, what are the requirements that come on NZ if I want to use service? If it's a Blueprint site, I'm assuming any good decent browser is good for the application, right? For Yahoo Go, I may need some itself download some kind of Blueprint code on the client or optimization, right? Is that understanding correct?
So Yahoo essentially is either a Java, Symbian, or Windows mobile application. It is supported on a list of hundreds of devices that we publish on mobile.yahoo.com, so you can see what these devices are. It is just under client download.
That's basically the infrastructure on the client for better usage.
So the client supports Yahoo. It's just like any other client development, right? You have to make sure that your client is supported on the device, which is a problem that needs to be. So you have to port your client. Just because you build a Java client doesn't mean it works on every single Java device. You actually have to port it to various device classes to make sure it works. Right? So we've done that for Yahoo Go. So you don't repeat this, is all I said. So you can plug into the Yahoo Go widget gallery, and the effort that we've taken to make Yahoo Go available on those hundreds of devices, you can just piggyback. Now, with regards to the Blueprint site, all you need is a browser. Now, which browser? I mean, Opera Mini, your WebKit browsers, and Nokia, all of them are fine, and they will render that Blueprint page just fine.
So the next part is the Blueprint website, right? What is the protocol between client and server? Is it purely HTTP or is it a reinvention of old direct protocol known as WAP?
Yeah, essentially WAP.
Essentially WAP.
Because from the client, so the client is a browser, right? The browser is talking to the server. So it's going through the carrier's WAP key, the operator's WAP key.
So you use a WAP stack in this case? Do you use a WAP stack or is it WAP?
So we don't use anything, right? Again, it's coming to us, so it's a browser session, which is going basically through the operator WAP gateway and coming to us. Right? So for us, it's just a regular browser session, mobile browser session.
Sorry, I'm referring to WAP, not web.
Yeah, no, WAP.
So it's based on the complete WAP protocol, right? Securing everything is ensured by it, and the response also comes in form of WAP to the client. So you're just saying that it's extension of WXML kind of format.
WAP.
Okay.
It's an engine. It depends on the browser also, right?
Yeah.
So if you have WML browser, this probably will work in WML browser, right? You should mainly work on HTML browser. But yeah, it's WAP protocol. It's just like a standard WAP protocol until it hits us, right? And then from us to your backend server is a pure HTTP connection.
Just on the line, right? You said in the Yahoo Go, right? You code applications to be coded on different system resources. Now, if I look at a website, right, where I not typically need lot many system resources in terms of phone book or SMS or group files or blah blah blah. Right? So I'm curious to know that on one side you said you need to code on a different platform, versus on the other side you don't need a lot of porting stuff. So I'm just confused, like what are the kind of things that you refer as porting with respect to platform? Except the rendering part of it. That's always different.
Look, on the mobile sites, there is a browser doing the job. Right? Great. Right? On the client, Yahoo is a browser. Essentially, right? It has to render. It's actually a browser built into Yahoo. It's a client that lets you browse sites. Right? So the difference is Yahoo is a standalone application. And if I build it on Java, I need to make sure it works across all Java enabled handsets. Right? And anytime you build a Java client, if you do it right, you have to actually port it on multiple device classes and handsets to make sure it works. And that's the FOS so far. Now, if you don't care about building a client, if you just want to build a website, right, then it's much easier. Right? Because you have standard browser on the phone, right? You're talking back. And all you do is you build XML that I showed you, right? You actually make the site available. Does that make sense? Thanks.
One scenario that I feel is missing here is when we use this blueprint platform for hosting a site which probably contains some business data, let's say, some customer information, opportunity information, etc. In that case, there may be resistance from customers saying, hey, why it goes through Yahoo site? Am I compromising on my information? Not that I'm doubting that, or the customers may raise the resistance. So is there a plan for us to have a version in future which probably we can install on our own site, like something like what WordPress gives. If you want to host your own WordPress blog, all you need to do is take the platform inside your server and you are 100% on your own, but still it's powered by WordPress.
So, we would never host anything you have, right? So let's say you have customer-specific data, like name, address, date of birth, whatever.
Right.
You can store it on a database that you're in.
Right.
You don't need to give us the information. But if you want to point to some of the information, then in your XML, all you have to tell us is, at this point, here is the URL where you can go and get the information. So an example is the phone views application issue. Phone views has a lot of rich content and a lot of customer-specific information as well. But their application, their blueprint that they gave us, is just XML. And in that, if someone clicks on things, it actually tells us where is the URL that to go to get the information. And all that is simply rendering on the phone. So we are not storing that information or saving it anywhere. It's ultimately sitting with you. And we are not replicating it on our servers or our hosting. And yeah, we don't want to do that because of, we'd be more scared to privacy concerns like we start.
Hi, good evening. I'm Karthik with the company Lachia. We are a mobile apps company. I have a simple question for my understanding. We are developing an application called Enrolled. It is dedicated downloadable application. This I want to know the answer. But if I submit your application, if I submit my application in the SDK, the blueprint, will it be compatible with all OS like Symbian, Microsoft CE? Will it work in all mobile phones like BlackBerry Mobile and Apple Mobile? In case if it was, will it be downloadable one, or we have to go to the web browser and we have to type something.com and access that site? So mine is a daily basis.
Are you trying to build a mobile site, or are you trying to port your mobile client on multiple platforms?
Sorry, come again?
You have a mobile Java client, which is
Correct.
Are you trying to use this to build a web page